Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Dani and today it's time for the M&M'S TBR. And we're going Halloween edition. To choose the books that I'm reading in October, I'm still using the M&Ms of course, but I'm using one of the Halloween little packs that's supposed to be given to trick-or-treaters, and I put a bunch of them in this skull. So all the little packs are here. There's also some of the peanut M&Ms, but I'm not going to use those because I don't like the peanut M&Ms so much. But as far as I remember, these little bags have between 13 or 15 M&Ms inside them. So we definitely can get 5 books from the bag. Before I choose which bag of M&Ms I'm going to use, let's quickly take a look at how my M&Ms TBR went for September. September, I picked these 5 books in the M&Ms. And I read them all. I was wrong. I did not pick Daisy Jones in the M&Ms. I picked Greek Myths, which I also read, so all completed. Daisy Jones was extra in the month also, but I did complete all 5. I finished The Rage of Dragons just yesterday. Today is Sunday before you're watching this, but I finished Rage of Dragons and okay, actually I didn't read them all. The Tinderbox, which was the book that I picked for new author and the one that was supposed to be my punishment for the previous month, I DNF'd. But not because I wasn't enjoying it necessarily, but because the book gave me allergies. So yeah, I'm not going to read it. But I will consider that I completed the challenge because I tried and because it was a DNF. Any other books that I DNF'd, I would consider in the challenge. So it's okay. And while we're talking about punishments, I got a really cool suggestion in my previous video about how to do the punishment. What I was doing is that if I didn't finish a book in the previous month, I'd have to pick a book that I was not super excited about in the next month. And I still love that idea and it's still going to be incorporated. But the comment that I got was a suggestion to put in the board red prompts. Red and the color red, and those are going to be bad prompts. So for example, I have to replace this prompt here this month, and if I hadn't finished one of the books in the previous month, I would put a red prompt here, which is going to be a bad prompt. So it could be a book that I'm not excited about, or it could be a lot of other bad things. I don't want to make this too bad, but it's still not going to be the most exciting prompt. So for example, low rating could definitely be one of the red prompts, but because it's already here, I'm going to leave it. But there are 2 other prompts that I had in my bag that were bad prompts. So I removed them and I'm going to make them a red prompt. So whenever I don't finish a book in the month, I'm going to pick from the red prompts to put in the board, which means that I'm not going to pick them necessarily in that month, but if there are a lot of red prompts in the board, you start to get a little bit worried and it adds tension to the thing. So I think that's a great idea, but this month we don't have any red prompts. So before anything, let's pick which bag of M&Ms I'm going to use. I'm not going to look, but if I pick a yellow one, I'm not going to use it. I just put the yellows here to look prettier. There we go, this is going to be the bag. We have to imagine that there are not a lot of blues in just one bag, right? Right? We'll see. If you have no idea what I'm doing here, I basically pick 2 M&Ms for each prompt. So the first M&M, I'm going to put the arrow on the top. The second M&M, I'm going to put here on the side, and whatever crosses is the prompt that I'm going to use to pick a book. So to begin, let's replace this prompt, which was the last one from last month. So let's pick something in the middle. I added more prompts here today also, which I'm excited for. Adult. This is not exciting. I've gotten this prompt before. It was the first one I think the M&Ms ever showed for me. I should have opened a bigger hole here, but it's fine. The first M&M is going to be I'm not going to look at the color of the M&Ms in the bag here because there are not many, but this is ridiculous. If you've watched my September TBR, I got almost all blues. So they're against me here. And the second M&M is red. And the first prompt is YA. So I have to pick a YA book to read. Any book, any YA books. This is very broad and exciting. Also, just a comment, the 4 books, I reorganized my whole bookshelf and I put here on this corner the books that I'm most excited to read. So it would be the ones that I pick first in the M&Ms. None of them are YA. Awesome. Dune I'm reading in October for sure, so I do want to fit it in the M&Ms because it's huge. And we're doing a read-along, me and Kelsey, so you should join us and read Dune in October. But let's pick a YA book. You know what? It's October. I'm in the mood to read some thrillers and spooky books, so I'm going to pick a YA thriller. So the book that I picked was This Lie Will Kill You by Chelsea Pitcher, and I honestly don't know much about it. I've heard mixed things, but it is a YA thriller as far as I know. Tell the truth or face the consequences. That's what it says here. And yeah, 5 teens each play a part, and up until now, no one has told the truth. So definitely YA, definitely a thriller, and I'm excited. I'm not going to read more of the synopsis than that because I don't want to spoil myself, but there we go. This is the first book. Let's replace the prompt. What's this? Award. So this is one that I added today, a new one, and it's literally if the book has won an award. That's it. And the first M&M for the second prompt is yellow. The second M&M for the second prompt is green. And we got Canada. So this means that I have to pick a book by a Canadian author, or like set in Canada or something like that. None of this fit. The M&Ms are not helping me a lot. Let me go get my computer to check my spreadsheet and all my Canadian authors. So I have here my spreadsheet, and I'm going to, something is already filtered, I think. No, I'm going to I'm going to filter by country and just pick Canada. And it froze. Okay, there we go. These are all the books by Canadian authors. If they're green on the left, it's because I already read them, and I already read most of them. But there is a thriller by a Canadian author that I haven't read. And it was published this year, so I'm very excited for it. Here it is, A Woman Alone by Nina Lauren. This was sent to me by the publisher, so thank you so much for sending this my way, and I can't wait to read it. The author is Canadian, and it is a thriller, and it is about a woman who lives in a smart home. So it reminds me a little bit of The Turn of the Key. We'll see how that goes. She's not a babysitter like in The Turn of the Key, so I'm sure the plot's going to be very different, but I'm very excited for it. I'm loving the thriller vibe so far. Let's replace the prompt. Family pick. Oh. So if this comes up, I'm going to ask someone in my family to pick a book for me. We have friend pick also. We have husband pick, which is still in the bag. The first M&M and the third prompt is, what's this? Orange. The second M&M and the third prompt is blue, of course. And we got outcry. This is the second time that this prompt comes up also, in like the 3rd month I'm doing this, or 4th month. I am tempted to pick the book that is still going to arrive in the end of the month, but I don't know if I'm going to get it by the end of the month, or if it's going to be delayed or something like that. So I'm also going to pick one that has a more spooky setting, atmosphere. To fulfill the outcry prompt, I picked House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. This is a retelling of The 12 Dancers, is that it? I think that's the name of the tale. It's supposed to be very spooky because the girls go outside in the middle of the night, all these 12 sisters, and they start dying. So that's intriguing. I'm liking so far how this is going. It's looking good, it's looking good. Let's replace the prompt. Ding, ding, ding. What is this? Random page number. So this was one that I was inspired by Maddie from Book Browsing Blog. She does the Dart Attack, and she has one of the prompts that's a random page number, so she just randomizes a number and she has to pick a book that is close to that page number. And I thought that was very cool, so I'm using that as well. Her channel is linked down in the description, so check her out. She already posted her TBR for October, and it's so much fun to watch. Let's pick the fourth book, and let's hope I can fit Dune in there. The first M&M for the fourth prompt is brown. And the second M&M in the fourth prompt is green. And the prompt is hyped. So a book that is very hyped on BookTube, or just in general a very hyped book. And I think I can definitely fit Dune in here because it's one of the most hyped books ever. I mean, some people don't like it, but the ones who do just hype it so much and say that it's the best thing ever written. And everything's falling. So I'm picking Dune. This is big and also so gorgeous. I love this cover so much, this whole edition. Look at this. Look at this hardcover. You see it? Ugh. It's so pretty. I'm very, very excited to read it and have high expectations for it. But yes, Dune is going in the TBR. Thank God. Now this is already looking more scary. But at least I fit Dune in there. We're good. Let's replace the prompt. Readathon. So this was suggested to me by Leah Senek, and this just means that I pick a book to fit a readathon. This month I'm not participating in any readathons, but I can just pick something that fits in a readathon that is happening anyway, just like even if I'm not participating. But when I am participating, this is a really good prompt because then I can just direct it to the readathon. And we're going to the final M&Ms. The first M&M for the final prompt is... Where are they? Of course. I mean, we started there, we had to end in blue as well. There are 5 M&Ms here. Okay. Just mix it a little bit. And the final M&M is yellow. It's mood read. I love this prompt so much. This basically means that I can pick any book that I'm in the mood to read. So I could pick something in the middle of the month because it is supposed to be what I'm in the mood to read. But I'm going to put something there, and if I'm not in the mood to read it, I'll just replace it. But what I'm in the mood right now, of course, is going to come from the ones that I mentioned that are the ones that I'm in the mood for. Is One by One by Ruth Ware. This is a thriller that I describe it as a mix of And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie and An Unwanted Guest by Cheryl LaPena, because people get stuck in a hotel because of the snow and they start dying one by one. So I'm super excited to read this book, and I'm really glad I was able to fit here, even if it's for mood read. But if in the middle of the month I'm actually in the mood to read something else, I will just replace that because it's the mood read. So we're going to replace this one in the next month. So be sure to subscribe to see what is going to come next. And these are the books that I'm reading in October. I'm very excited. I am currently, like I said, it's September. What month are we in? At September 27 or 8. And I'm reading Horrid by Katrina Leno and enjoying it so much. So probably I'm going to finish it really soon. And I might already start Dune, because it's the one that I have to get through in the month of October. Like, it's the biggest one. Check in the description all the other TBR games that I love to watch, so you can watch them as well. And remember to like this video, subscribe, leave a comment letting me know what you thought of my TBR, and if you have any suggestions for the read prompts because I really need more suggestions for that. And I'm also going to put in the description some suggestions for readathons that you can participate in October, because like I said, I'm not participating in any readathon, but there's some that I really wish I would participate, like the Phoenix Writers Readathon. I really wish I could participate in that, but I really need a month where I'm just going to read whatever I want, and this is what I want to read. So I'm just going to focus on that. But I'm going to put some suggestions of readathons in the description, so you should definitely check that out because there are some amazing things happening in October. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye!